So as part of your application process, once you submit your application along with your experience summary, more or less what we have seen till now is that almost every application is selected for audit because the applications are not that high. We still only have 1,000 PGMPs in the whole world and about 53, 54 in India. So you can understand it's very small group as compared to any other certification. So for audit, you will need to submit copies of your highest degree or diploma and also signatures on you of your contacts that you have provided as your contacts in your program overview. Then after you clear the audit, your application will be going through a panel review. So PMI has a group of program managers selected as panelists. So each of your experience summaries that you have put in would go to different program managers, a group of 5, and they would review your PGMP application and decide whether you are eligible to actually appear for PGMP. So the review will be based on responses you have provided. There will not be any identity as to whose application it is that will be revealed to the panelists. Panelists will only get your response, not even your application number or your PMI ID, nothing. They won't get anything. Now what happens if you fail? The panel review itself is that a part of your fee that you have paid to PMI would be taken out and you will have to wait 1 year to apply again. So generally PMI would suggest you to have a review of an application and make amendments, and if they feel at certain point of time that okay, you are not eligible at this stage to appear for PGMP, they will ask you to withdraw your application. So it's very important. Experience summary plays a key role in your application going through. And after you clear the panel review, you can schedule your exam like any other examination online based on the availability. So the timeline for a PGMP, your application preparation would normally take 4 weeks. So you would work on your experience summary, different questions, and prepare a list of contacts, communicate with them that in case your application lines up into audit, you're going to have a signature that they will need to provide you with, which mostly is happening for every application. So that's what we look at 4 weeks to prepare for applying for PGMP. Then once you start the application process, you will have about a 90-day window to complete your application. Once your application is complete, PMI will take about a week to review the completeness of your application. Mind you, this is not panel review, this is just a PMI application examination team that reviews your application to see it is complete, to have everything that is required. Then it will give you a confirmation that you can pay the fee. So once you pay the fee, you can be rest assured that you would get audit. So your application would land in audit. So you will have about 4 to 6 weeks for your audit to be completed. So you will get the documents that PMI would need signatures on. It would basically be the program overview that you would have provided, for which you will have to take a printout and get your contact's signature validating your program management experience, and put them in a sealed envelope and courier back to PMI. PMI doesn't accept any emails or scanned documents. You need to take a physical printout of the document and send it for audit purposes. So along with the experience validation, you will also need to provide your educational proof, that is your graduation or diploma certificate. So once you complete your audit, you would land up with panel review. We normally say 2 weeks, but based on the time when you are actually applying, for example, if you are applying during Christmas time, you can be rest assured it might take even 4 to 6 weeks, because there would be a huge rush of people looking to apply for different certifications. So the timing generally takes 2 weeks, which we are looking at a best case scenario. And from the time you have your panel review cleared, you would actually have 1 year to apply or schedule your examination. So within that 1 year, you can look to clear your exam. And the PDU cycle, again in 3 years, you would need to accumulate 60 PDUs for yourself. PDUs are professional development units that PMI looks to have everyone gather so that there is a continuous improvement in the knowledge of each PMI certified, whether it's a PMP or PGMP or risk management professional. So what materials generally we suggest for preparation for PGMP would be the standard for program management, which ideally is by PMI, which is in the current 3rd edition right now. We also have certain boot camps that are being conducted at various locations, as well as online boot camps that are happening, which you would go through. Since this being a very high-level certification, forming a study group of like-minded people is also advised. You can even join LinkedIn groups wherein you have a lot of PGMPs clarifying various questions and doubts on program management concepts. So these are various materials that you can look at for clearing your PGMP certification exam. Also, apart from that, you can look for any question samples which are provided by Dr. Ginger or even Dharam Singh, or even there are few contacts that you can look at. So what is the value add for a PGMP? So I've seen this question from many people as to what is the ROI or return on investment from this certification. So the return on investment would be that your advanced experience that you have and the skill that you possess as a program manager is recognized. And this is a certification that is globally recognized and it is now demanded. It again demonstrates your competency to execute programs end to end, and it gives different organizations a confidence of your success in executing different programs. And it also helps you to have a good understanding of the PMI methodology or the framework, and you can contribute within your organization with your clear concepts to drive various related projects in an organization into a program and provide those additional benefits for the organization, driving programs rather than taking up individual projects. And lastly, I would like to specify again that it is not necessary for anyone to have a PMP to take PGMP. If you have the essential experience and expertise and knowledge as a program manager or as a program contributor, you can go for PGMP directly rather than just going for PMP. So that's about it from my side. If there are any questions, we can take up.
Thanks for the insightful presentation, Nivarthi. Let's quickly take up the questions now as you have just reiterated. I request you to read out the questions and their answers so that all our users may listen to your insights. So are you able to see the questions in the questions panel of yours?
Yes. So I can see one question from Krishna Kumar. Okay, the question is about program